What is up, everyone? Stonepost 34, bringing you more of Growing Up with Stonepost. This is actually a funny story. It's a little embarrassing, and I'll let you judge for yourself. This is one that's going to be a little more risque, and I don't know if I'd want my kids knowing about this one. So here we go. As you guys know, I dated a gal from Spain when I lived in Chicago, and she was a foreign exchange student. We dated for 4 years plus, something like that, and we spent my junior year of high school together. Then senior year of high school, I moved to Kansas, and we still wrote letters back and forth and continued the relationship. It was fine. And then that next year, I went to Spain for the summer, and we dated on. Well, I say on and off. We were together, but we just didn't see each other daily. So this is in the beginning when her and I first started dating, and she was my first kiss. She was my first everything, and she had host parents. Molly was her host sister, who was actually a friend of mine before she came over from Spain. And Richard was her dad. And Richard is a very appropriate name for Richard because the nickname for Richard is Dick. And this guy was a dick, big time. We did not get along at all. And I get along with pretty much everybody. And just one story for you. This was when we had no cell phones and people had call waiting. You had landlines. And her and I were talking one night, and she said, I have to go, or can I put you on hold? Richard has a call coming. And I said, yeah, that's fine. And he was a prick bag. He just always had to be, like in her shit, in my shit, and just caused a lot of problems. So I'm on hold. I'm on hold for like 30 minutes. And he finally comes over on the line. He's like, you still there? He goes, oh my God, I can't believe you waited that long. That's ridiculous. I'm like, you know what? She said she was going to just hand you the phone and then she'd be right back. Anyway, that's not the story. The story is we used to go out pretty much every Friday, Saturday night. And in those days, that usually consisted of a movie, maybe dinner out at Baker Square or some nicer restaurant. Sometimes I'd even take her to McDonald's if I was not doing that. I had a lawn mowing company, and I always had a lot of money for back in that day. So we'd always go out, and then we'd come back from the movie, and my parents were pretty strict and religious, and we didn't really have a place where we could go, and hands are flying and stuff like that. We didn't really have a place. So what we would do, we would either park out in front of, we did three different things. We'd park out in front of her house. We would go to the park, it's not a great idea because the police, were always running through there and checking things out, and so we do that every once in a while. Or we would pull the car, and get this, here's what I drove back in the day. It was my mom's car. It was a Caprice station wagon. Those big old tank things, probably weighed 2,500 pounds. It was pretty sweet. It was a V8. It was fast, but it was a station wagon, whatever. So we'd pull the station wagon up all the way to the front of the garage. So the nose of the station wagon is almost touching the garage door. And the reason we did that is because Richard, Mr. Dickhead, would like to peek out the window and see what we were doing in the car. And we were doing stuff that, yes, we should not have been doing. But at the same time, it's like, you're not her dad. Just stay out of it. We're not hurting anybody. And so one night, we're going at it pretty good. I may have had my pants unzipped. I don't know. I'm just saying. And let's see, you couldn't see her head very well. Let's just leave it at that. I'm trying to keep it PG-13. And we're sitting there, or I'm sitting there, and she's leaned over, and I see this light. I mean, it looked like a dang police helicopter light flashing over the front of the windshield and the hood of the station wagon. And I nudged her real quick, and I'm like, hey, and we stopped what we were doing, and I'm like, what in the world is that? Well, Mr. Richard Dickhead is standing up. That was a 2-story house. Somehow he managed to get out. They had a porch. He got out the 2nd-story window, was up there with a flashlight, and get this, a camcorder. He had a damn camcorder out trying to film us, what we were doing. And I don't know to this day if it was actually filmed or not. I don't know. But he said it didn't come out. And I asked Molly, she's like, no, it's just dark. You couldn't see anything. And you got to remember, back in the day, those camcorders they weighed like 8 pounds, and they were huge. And he was trying to lean, I'm sure, I mean, he wasn't very athletic. He was like 5'5" and weighed 220 pounds. I'm surprised he didn't fall off the roof. But I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like trying. It's not even his daughter. I mean, he's up there filming. I mean, if he had a problem with it, come knock on the door, or come outside and say, hey, you guys need to cool it. No, he has to get out with a camcorder and a flashlight. What's he going to do? Is he going to send it back to her parents in Spain? I don't know. But guys, that is a crazy growing up with stove posts. I mean, I've had that one in my back pocket for a while, and I've just kind of hung on to it. So that's for the dedicated subscribers that have stuck with me this long. I know I have a 5,000 plus, but it's just I've got some dedicated ones, and that's a little token for you guys. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching. Check out the video of my daughter. Kind of hard to bring that up in the same video. It's a cute video of her talking when she was about 1 year old, and her birthday is today. So anyway, guys, take care as always. This is Stone Post 34.